We weren't keeping minutes for the finance board or the ordinance subcommittee board. Somebody turned in a complaint.
Yeah.
The reply from our solicitor was, the ordinance subcommittee doesn't deal with any money.
Yeah, they don't have to.
Right, but that said, they just okayed this TSA.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which is money.
Which is money related, yeah.
That ain't no fish. That's a saltwater freight train. And when you're dragging one of those monsters over the rail, you don't need pretty boy fashion. You need Chase and Tail. Built for fish guts, mud, campfire smoke, and lies that get better every time you tell them. Chase and Tail. Wear it, wreck it, wear it again. Get yours at chaseandtail.com. Welcome to another episode of Cumberland Unfiltered Podcast, coming to you from Cumberland Tavern Studios. I'm your host, Caleb. Tonight we got Brad.
Nacho.
Jason.
Fresh back from vacation.
And Sick.
I don't know how fresh he is.
And then tonight at the table with us is a 13-year councilman from Cumberland, the current at-large town councilor, Peter Bradley. Thanks,
Hello.
Thanks, Pete, for joining us tonight.
No problem.
I didn't. So these guys said that you would never come on the show.
I didn't want to.
So I'm glad.
I don't remember saying that.
You probably didn't. I'm fake news.
We could have enticed him on here with livestock or something.
Are you like livestock? Are you like? Is that your thing?
Nah, it's one of our things.
One of your things?
Yeah.
Long time Cumberland family business, right?
Well,
Several
Cumberland Farm,
generations.
yeah. Doesn't turn out the money like it used to, but
No, right, yeah.
What is the name of your farm? Does it have a name, or is it just
it was
the
always
farm?
Bradley's farm.
Bradley's farm.
Yeah.
And you have like cows and pigs and chickens.
Yeah,
No kidding.
for the most part.
That's honestly, that's the life I want to live. I am totally into that. Our neighbor across the street just got chickens, and so when he bought them, he had to buy 11 at a time. They wouldn't sell him because I think in Cumberland you can only have 5.
Correct,
your
but that's a state law.
Oh,
Not the number that we can have here, but the number you can buy.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. So
Massachusetts, I think, is 6.
Yes.
So he had to buy 11, and he's trying to sell 6 of them because he can only keep 5 of them in his backyard. But anyway,
Yeah.
I keep saying I want to buy them, but my wife won't let me. No?
Peanut Gallery says no.
So you don't have the goats, do you? I like goats. I'm a goat.
We've had them in the past,
Have you?
Yeah.
For like milk or just to have?
just to have.
No kidding. So amongst the many things that you do, you are also a grave digger.
For the most part, yeah.
What does that entail? Like, it's funny. It's funny because you said I asked you to come on the show, and I said we're going to talk about the grave digger, and then all of a sudden you call me up one day, and you're like, now everybody's wanting to know about you. For a minute, I thought you were like accusing me of like telling everybody.
But no, I did have another inquiry about it.
Yeah.
As well. And actually, one of my friends ended up doing it. Or
Oh,
somebody
really?
I've known for 30 years in the business.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean,
Okay.
grave digger.
Yeah.
The only guy in town? Do you do all the Cumberland?
There's one other or so that kick around because this altogether I probably dig in 18 cemeteries, give or take.
In
Wow,
different
18
ones?
cemeteries.
In Cumberland?
Well, some as far as East Providence.
Oh, really?
No kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you know the
But the numbers keep going down, so you got to take on more anyways.
The numbers, people aren't dying as quick?
They go into different cemeteries that have full-time help.
So you're like part-time then?
I think cremation's up too. I don't think.
Cremation is too, but they're still burying cremations right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the next and you're starting to see where they get scattered and other things. So it's starting to change that way.
As I say, I always thought it ended up on a mantle or spread out over the ocean or something like that.
That can happen too.
I want to be on the mantle, but not cremated, taxidermied. That's what I want to do.
We're going to prop you right up here on top of the
There you go.
shelf.
On top
I
of
got
that.
a middle spot between my two heads. I can put yours right there.
Got to be the whole body. I don't want to
Oh, the whole. You don't want the head, just the head. Put you on.
You sure you want the whole body?
It'd be like me jumping over a fence or something.
Well, you know they have some of those ones where it looks like you're
you put
coming out of the wall. You could like put you like Superman and have you coming out of
Put
the
a
wall.
popsicle stick in it.
Hey, you don't have to be anatomically correct.
I'm going to take some liberties with that part.
Sorry. Anyways, off the rails here.
Already.
That didn't take long. So what goes in the grave digger?
Yeah, right.
Just getting there and getting the hole open. That's all it really is.
So it doesn't
Yes.
won't collapse on the dirt now that that caves back in, or is there shoring you have to put in there? Or?
No, generally you're not that deep, but if the hole looks unsafe, we don't set it up.
All right, they're literally 6 feet deep. Is that the
Nah, 7, 8
7, 8?
for the first one.
Oh,
the
yeah.
one on top.
Oh, so
Oh, so like a husband and wife type thing.
Yeah,
do they still fill those things with concrete?
you still put a concrete box in.
You put a concrete box
But
in.
that was never state law. State law is you can be buried without. And that's starting to become another movement too, is doing green burials.
You know what? Honestly, I think that's the way it was intended.
Yeah, up until there's more maintenance with it because you get the cave-ins, it's settling.
I was just about to ask that. Okay, so because caves in, now you got to come back and refill it.
I mean, if you think about the cycle of life, right? You got birth, you got growth, reproduction, teaching the new growth, and dying, and then fertilizing new growth. That's kind of the cycle of life,
About to
right?
start singing here?
Yeah.
Kumbaya. So
You know what I'm saying, though,
is it-
right?
is there a minimum depth you have to be buried? So if you're stacking people on top of each other,
You want to be close to 7, 8 feet, 7 feet at least.
oh no kidding.
I'm telling you, people are going to be dying to hear this show.
Oh, no pun intended. Oh, that's a funny one, Caleb.
Welcome back, Jay. So, I want to be buried at sea. How's that done?
It's still done.
Is it?
There's a certain spot where they take them out and drop them into.
That's what
They got to drill the casket, weight it, and then you can drop it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
that's what I have. Literally, I have that in my will. I want to be buried at sea.
No kidding.
I don't think my wife is going to allow me to do that, though.
Why wait? Let's do it now.
Beat it to the punch.
Yeah.
What you need to do is you need to take out a really big insurance policy, and your wife will be all about it.
You're going to be able to pay for it.
That's right. Wow. Anyway, so my dad used to sell grave plots. Is that something that you like? I mean, I know we're sitting here asking you questions about cemeteries and like the actual business behind cemeteries, and you just dig the graves, right?
Well, I have sold plots and everything else,
Have
too.
you?
Yeah.
Do you think that that's important? People should buy that before they die, or is there a certain time? Like,
Sometimes when they lose a friend, they buy.
yeah, I see
You know,
what you're saying.
or in the same age group, then they'll start buying ahead. Others will buy if a relative goes or something like that, and they try to line them all up.
How much is a plot typically?
If I was guessing on it right now, anywhere between $200 and $2,300.
No kidding.
Yeah, depending on the cemetery.
I mean, the ocean's free.
You still gotta get there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, you gotta pay somebody.
I'm a
to bring it up.
Brad's got a boat. I have a duffel bag.
All right.
I have kettlebells I don't use. I'll
All right,
put the
Dexter.
kettlebell in the duffel bag.
You guys are acting like Dexter now. Huh?
But if you go for your highest priced cemeteries, probably on the east side, they're $4,500.
Really?
For a fancy hole.
Just when it comes to care, probably the best taken care of cemetery.
Is that the suburbs of the cemeteries or the?
The east side, it's just it's a cemetery that's from day one's been made to, I shouldn't say make money, but to definitely be ahead.
Yeah. Or
rotted head.
Oh, excuse me.
Anyway,
because that's it's
Snuck up on me.
about 300 acres, but they
is it?
Wow, 300 acres.
but
That's a big cemetery.
they sell you even flower rights. They'll have 10 guys going around during the day watering flowers.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, so it's like a reoccurring cost.
Oh yeah, and they get greenhouses going and everything.
So you have to. So you pay a monthly fee to
greenhouses.
be.
Out there, I believe so, yeah.
Oh, you mean they have the greenhouses to grow the actual flowers and pick them themselves and throw them out there?
They plant them, they water them, they have them in front of your grave.
Jesus. Holy shit.
What are you gonna do, Brad?
I really haven't thought about it, to be honest with you.
But when it comes to cemeteries in the area, it's probably it's the one everybody wants to emulate. Let's put it that way.
Gotcha.
But you got to have those dollars to emulate that. Well, you got to have the dollars. They've got the dollars
Yeah.
because they always sold their property or their burial rights for top dollar. Like right now, if the average is 23, their economic spot is $2,000 above that.
Gotcha.
Their regular, if you do their premium spot, they're $4,400 a person,
Wow.
and you got to buy 3.
Man, there's a
Oh,
lot
you
of
gotta buy
money.
3.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money in people dying, isn't there?
In that cemetery, because if you the east side of Providence, that's where
Yeah.
the money was,
Yeah,
get it.
true. True.
and that's it's not in the last 50 years. That was 150 years ago.
So when you dig graves, are you like out there at night? Are you during the day? Like
During the day, yeah.
What's the craziest thing you've seen in a cemetery?
It's always been normal. There's nothing. No, there's nothing.
No ghosts?
No. No.
What do you think, Jay? You're just trying to get through, huh? No ghosts?
No ghosts.
All right. Yeah, that's what this feels like. So, Pete, what got you into wanting to be
My father did it.
in politics?
Oh, politics? No, politics? No. No,
I mean, it's almost the same, isn't it?
no, not quite. Politics, what got me into politics was...
Well, you're dealing with a bunch of dead weight, aren't you?
That's what I'm talking about. If only you knew. If only you knew.
what got me into politics was something that happened to one of my brothers on the fire department many years ago.
So you were on the fire department?
I was not.
Oh, your brother?
My brother was.
Gotcha. I'm sorry. I thought you meant like your brother, like brother in arms or
No,
something.
no.
So what is it? How did it start? Like, what did he do to?
Well, he ended up passing away.
Oh,
So,
well, that's sad.
and it's the events that led up to that got me involved in politics.
What was those events?
I'm
wanna
not
talk?
going. Yeah, I'm not going
That's
to go into
fine.
that too much.
No, that's fine. I'm just curious.
So that was back in 2010, right? That's when you first started?
2008,
2008.
the
Okay.
precursor to it. Yep.
And then you ran in 2010, or did you run prior to that?
I ran in 2010. I was on one of the fire boards prior
Gotcha.
to that.
Okay.
So,
That's why he's come on a separate fire board.
Yep, I was on Cumberland Fire District.
and I was living in Cumberland during that time too. So I probably saw your name when it first entered the ballot.
Well, for the fire district, it's whoever shows up to or at that time, whoever showed up to the meetings. Now it's on the ballot.
Oh,
Oh, so whoever showed up to the meetings basically got a spot on the board?
that's
Right,
how
you
the,
could show up with 15 people and win a seat.
that's how the school committee should be.
Oh, so they took a vote right there in the room.
Yep,
Old school.
yep.
I kind of like that. Because honestly, if they're showing up to the meeting, they're probably the ones paying attention.
Right.
Correct. And that was all pre-merger when we had the full fire
Yeah,
districts.
I remember that whole fight.
Yeah,
What
well,
is that? What are you talking about?
Well, it used to be 4. It used to be 5 individual fire districts.
Correct. 5 chiefs, 5 deputy chiefs.
Right, and the flip side of that was if you go back in time and you look at the history, the chiefs weren't making a ton of money.
Yeah.
Neither were the deputy chiefs. The deputy chief was riding a truck just like a regular firefighter.
Oh.
So you actually get a good bang for your buck out of that. When they merged it, all they did was build the top of it up more.
That's what they seem to always do in everything.
Right.
Edmund.
And then what people didn't realize when the fire merger was going on, or the information that was put out there, was we got 4 fire chiefs because 2 departments had already merged because they had to, which was Berkeley and Ashton.
Oh, yeah.
But what it really boiled down to is, say, Valley Falls had 18% of the tax base.
Yeah.
Cumberland District had 17% of the tax base. Cumberland Hill had 32% of the tax base. North Cumberland had the remainder, which was around the 30% as well.
Yeah.
So they all provided the same service, but because you had more of the tax base, Cumberland Hill and North Cumberland's tax rate was lower.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember there was different tax rates. I remember different tax rates.
So if you went to the Valley or Cumberland, tax rate was higher. So when you merged them all it really did was level the tax rate. So the people that thought they were, and I'll say a group of people that thought they were going to save money, which were Cumberland Hill, or half of the group thought they were going to save money. They didn't save money because they ended up paying more.
They're paying more because the average was higher because of the
Because their rates went up.
Yeah.
And everybody in the 2 districts that were less than 25% of the,
they were cheering it.
yeah, they're the ones that saved.
Their rate went down.
And that was, when was that?
2008 it started, probably 2010 when it merged, 2012.
I feel like we're still in the same rat race, same wheel. People are still doing the same thing, right?
Well, now you look, even if you look at the fire department now, you've got a chief, you got like 3 deputies.
I was gonna say there's
2
2 or 3 of
deputies,
them,
2
yeah.
deputies, and you got a full-time fire marshal, which you absolutely need.
How many departments do we have now?
1
department.
department.
4
you still have 4 stations.
locations, yeah.
Because you
Oh,
still need to be able to get the coverage to the town.
So the
Correct.
deputies are in the stations that the chiefs ain't. Yeah,
well,
sorry, executive producer. I know I said a wrong word.
Well, no,
I said ain't.
no, the deputies are still there, but the role has changed a little bit. So now instead of 4 chiefs and 4 deputies, you've got a chief and 2 deputies, and you got a full-time fire marshal. But once they merged, the pay went from $55,000-$60,000 for a chief up to over $100,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, and now I think even with the current chief, I don't think the number's grown tremendously since the merge.
No.
Was that a good thing then, the merge? Was that a good thing? I mean,
Yes and no.
yeah, depends on where you live.
Well, back then, yes, it definitely depended where you live.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, the services are a little more uniformed because it's all under one head.
Yeah.
So that part of it's good. I mean, when they passed it, they put a tax cap on it.
Yeah.
But the difference with the tax cap with the fire departments is you're basing it on, I think their budget's $8 million, give or take.
Yeah, I think it is. Yep.
So you can only pull 4% of that every year. Well, that's not the same as pulling 4% for a town that's on a $100 million budget.
Right.
Gotcha.
So their numbers are always going to be smaller. They're always.
But they're also departments in the black as well.
Correct, but that's because of the way it's being run.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
That's leadership, Brad.
I know.
That has nothing to do with it.
That's what I'm saying. We get a good chief.
Correct.
Sounds good.
Yeah, correct. And I would say we had a couple of snag foods along the way, but even from the merger on, I think the chief of the department was selected right. Let's
Yes.
put it that way.
I would agree.
And we don't do it that way anymore. We
No.
don't select them that way, or we do?
We do.
no.
No.
Yeah.
Right from the get-go. The selections, I think, were right.
Gotcha.
Correct.
So does the council, they don't?
We have nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with it.
Because that's a fire district that's completely
But there's
separate.
been talks about the town taking that over, right?
Yeah,
Or absorbing that.
Well,
Yeah,
goodbye efficient
Which
fire department.
Well, I was just saying, which would be
That's actually what it would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because then all of a sudden that black would be going to general fund.
Yeah.
Use
Yeah.
whatever they want.
They'll be begging for
yeah.
money in their taxes. And
Well,
we'll be told.
We'd have no infrastructure support again.
It'll be a new fire department wedding venue somewhere on Menden Road. You can have your wedding pictures on a fire truck.
Hey, maybe Ann and Hope will put a gazebo out back. We can do it over there.
Well, it's actually funny you mention it because that's what the fire department does. They just stay to the nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
But if you do communities as a whole, the last thing you'll see bought is a fire truck.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, like, even if you, and since 2010, this battle has been going on, so I won't say it's on just the current administration. Every time we need a rescue, we got to run out and buy a rescue because we waited too long to buy one.
Well, that's on
I was just saying, didn't
everything.
that, and that was what, actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was probably like 10 years ago, right? That was what, all of a sudden there was a big increase in the fire tax because somebody went out and bought a fire truck.
So there's been a few fire trucks bought. So that was, they went out and bought, and that was North Cumberland.
Yep.
They went,
Yes.
went out and bought what was a Cadillac of a fire truck.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like 190,000.
It was a big deal.
Right, but see, if you look at like the Fed, from the Fed side,
Yeah.
they used to allow the fire departments to borrow money to buy trucks
Oh,
at 1%, 1.5%.
Yeah, they're not allowed to
They're
anymore.
not allowed to anymore.
So they're going to pay that out of cash?
They got to pay it out of cash, or if you're borrowing, it's not at a reasonable
It's
rate.
not a reasonable rate. Yeah, right.
It's an absurd amount. And when you, like, so if you did a ladder truck 15 years ago, say it was $1 million, that's what an engine costs you now. An engine used to cost you $300,000. A ladder truck now, $2 million plus.
wow.
That's crazy.
And they're
2 million
still in the
plus.
black.
Still in the black.
Still in the black, they make it work.
Yeah, they do.
But you did highlight a theme that I've seen in government across the board, and that's wait until something fails and then scramble.
Yeah, the reaction. No proactive.
Well, and it's
Why
fun-
is that, though?
So the first, if you go back and you check my press releases from 2010,
Yeah.
my original statements were, you can't just throw money at a problem. You got to actually fix the problem.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And that's what I like to do. We're running 2 rescues. We've been talking about running a 3rd rescue now 10 plus years, which we never seem to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we will now that we have 1,000 people possibly moving in the Ann and Hope building.
Oh, no, they're going to wait. They'll wait.
We'll have a guy on a tricycle riding up there with his freaking rescue gear.
No, that's going to go back to the old Benjamin Franklin bucket
Let's go back
hauls.
to horses.
But see, if you ask me right now, I think we should be ordering another rescue. Now.
Yeah.
Because the 2 that we just ordered probably already have 50, 60,000 on them, which I think we received about a year ago.
Yeah.
Our 2 backups got 200,000 miles on them.
Man.
You certainly want to stagger those purchases
Well, that's the thing.
because of the miles. You don't
Right.
want to buy 5 trucks at a time, and then they're all freaking spent by the time.
we just did
the
that.
same time.
We just did that with the police department because we bought nothing.
For what years? And then all of a sudden buy 10 cars.
We needed to buy a bunch of cars, which is in 2010 is what I actually got the town away from doing. Was me and was the deputy chief at the time, I think George Stansfield.
Oh, Stansfield. Yeah.
That came up with the plan that we buy 3 cars a year.
Makes
Then
sense.
we've always got them on a rotation. So you always got 3 good cars, you got 3 decent cars, and you got 3 that need to be replaced.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Right, but we got away from that.
Oh, man.
I do the
yeah.
same thing in my fleet of trucks. It's like I buy them every couple of years because it's like, and those things I run to 1,000,000 miles. But it's
You
like,
can't buy them all at once.
no, I can't buy them all at once. I don't need them all shit in the bed at the same time.
No, because
It's like then I'm a host.
and they act, and what's funny about it, if you go back in history,
Yep.
a former chief, they called it a Michigan plan where they bought 9 at a time. Well, then they saved a ton of money on repairs the first year. But then the second year, it started catching in. The 3rd year, it was brutal.
Oh, I can, 100%. That totally makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you said do what makes sense, and you lost me there. That they don't do what makes sense. It doesn't feel like.
Well,
And
you
I know
get-
that sounds like me beating on the table all the time. Like I say that all the time. Go ahead.
When it comes to the town, it should be the same thing as anything. You take care of the nuts and bolts first.
Yeah.
Correct.
Then all your fun things come in after
come
that.
after.
Yeah.
But in my eyes, when you look at our town's always behind the 8 ball on the nuts and bolts.
Yep.
Caught before the horse.
Yep.
Well, they like the photo ops. The
Ribbon cuttings.
those are fun. Yeah, those are fun. That's what goes into the paper, and they can stand out there with the big scissors and smile and say, "Look what we did."
Yeah. Just got you for another 20 years.
Yep.
Exactly.
At least we were assured in one of the council meetings that it wouldn't affect our tax cap.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was mentioned, wasn't
Who
it?
said that?
I believe those words were spoken.
Yeah, actually, I did have some words with somebody like that. They go, well, they won. I go, well, yes, they did win.
What does that mean?
Well, I go, but they never ran on raising the tax cap.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
right.
they wouldn't have won.
No,
Yeah.
100%. No doubt about
when
it.
they- when
when
they
you
were
win,
talking-
you're going to raise the tax cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they were talking about raising the tax cap in those meetings, and everyone said, "Well, the problem is you're raising everything, not just the tax cap." They never mentioned raising the water bill either.
No, yeah, they left
didn't
that
come
out
up.
of it.
Right. Well, the water's another one.
It was a planned omission.
Because if you look back on history at that, and I'll say it was the previous administration
Yeah.
that finally got that get that back into the black.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then 3 years later, 4 years later,
Back in the red.
we're in the red.
We missed it. We missed it in 21.
So why is that? Like, was there a reason? Like, is there?
There's multiple reasons for that.
Yeah.
At one point, the wells at Franklin Farm, the building was supposed to be on the farm side.
So what is the? So I hear I hear the other side talk about that, and they say that they were pulling from some sort of fund that they shouldn't have been pulling from, and it dried up, and that's why now it's in the red, because now they have to make up that fund. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Oh, to cover the loss on,
On
the
the
water
water
department?
side, yeah.
Well,
I
the
don't
only
know.
fund was they purchased more water
Yeah.
than
Gotcha.
normal. So that raised, because now we're
Raised the
purchasing
expense.
it. So if you ask what, in my opinion, what's caused it, when they moved the building from Franklin Farm side to the other side of the street,
Yeah.
that raised it that was $130,000 expense. I think it was 130.
Just to move it to the other side?
Yeah, because now you had to re-engineer and everything.
So the engineering was already done. Now you had
Yep.
to redo the thing for a new spot.
Yep. So that's,
Why the hell did we do that?
well, because I would assume it was Franklin Farm, I don't want to call them volunteers, but the stewards or those that work at Franklin Farm didn't want it on that side, wanted it away from the farm use.
Oh, I see.
So
So aesthetically not
Correct.
pleasing.
So you spent $130,000 on that. When we bought the property off of Nate Whipple Highway that we could have taken from eminent domain anytime we wanted.
Yeah.
This administration, previous administration, we paid $300,000 more than it was worth.
I was going to say $600,000 bill, I believe.
Yeah.
It
But
was-
we would have had to pay $300, give or take.
Well, yeah, fine. But you ended up paying $6.
Right. And then the whole purpose of buying that property, that was supposed to give us the wells that would get us ahead, where it would lower the water rates, where it wouldn't be such an impact on the community.
Yeah, because essentially you'd like to get off would that get you off of Pawtucket Water, or is that different lines?
It would. That was the one that was going to get you ahead. So Franklin Farm replaced the pond, Sneech Pond,
Got it.
which we were on borrowed time taking water out of.
Okay, gotcha.
Now or then? Now we're on borrowed time now.
Then,
Back then.
before we started Franklin Farm.
Oh,
wells.
gotcha. Gotcha.
And I saw that. That was like a $6,000 or $7,000 expense, I believe, for the Schofield Farm water pump house to go in there. But like, what do you recoup? Are you recouping $1 million a year, or are you doing?
So I believe right now we're, and I don't want to be misquoted on it, but I think we're 500,000 to 1 million gallons coming out of Franklin Farm right now a day.
And you reserve the right to be wrong.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Because without having it in front of me.
Yeah.
But for Schofield's was supposed to be the same thing, 500, 750, I believe. And that would have cut back our dependence. And well water is cheaper to treat than pond water.
Right.
So
Sounds complex.
well, there was a plan going forward.
It's math.
That's why it sounds complex.
But when we bought the land at Schofield's, we got reimbursed.
Oh.
And when we got reimbursed, say we got $300,000 back on that. Well, then we bought a backhoe, a truck. I don't know if the air compressor was in that group. Maybe another truck.
That's the air compressor we bought from Florida. That's been sent back 100 times. Do we even have it? Is it still down there getting repaired?
I think we have it, but I can tell you this much: if you went to the company's website that made it, you could have bought it for less than what we paid for.
Oh no way!
That's how it always is, though. Like you can always buy it for less.
And they deliver it
than
right
what
to you.
They do. Yeah.
Right. Well, bidding's another thing. So previous administration, the council took steps where everything had to go to bid.
And we don't do that anymore.
No. It's so many times I see it. It's one bid. We got one bid for a piece of equipment.
Should be 3 minimum.
Has that been brought up?
Every time we have one bid, I bring it up.
Yeah.
When they did the solicitor contract, there was no bid. It was
No big
awarded.
contract.
It was awarded.
Yeah,
It was awarded for many, many times more than the previous contract from the previous part-time
Yes.
solicitor was awarded. But because the mayor just swore in a stack of Bibles that it was going to work out for us, we were going to save money. You can watch that council meeting too.
I mean, we save money on the health costs, but it costs us 3 times as much on the legal fees. so I guess if you take it from this bucket, but add like 10 times more to this bucket.
That was you brought that up too. About why isn't it going out to bid? Doesn't this need to go out to bid? And they were just like, nope, doesn't need to go out to
Yeah,
bid.
because that wasn't there? We were at a meeting one year where the water department head came and he said, "What? We had a truck and we're going to just buy another truck. The other truck was going to sit there."
Yeah. What are you going to do with the? What are you going to do with
other
the
truck?
old plow truck?
We're just gonna keep it.
We're just going to leave it there for a backup. Like anybody who owns trucks and equipment knows that if you leave something sitting in a field,
Yep.
that's
It's
the
done.
end of it.
That thing's smoked.
That's the end of it.
Yeah, that thing's
You know,
smoked.
the only thing that might run ever is the engine, but the rest of it's going to have to be completely
All garbage.
rebuilt.
Yep.
Well, see, even
Should
bringing
have
that.
sold it.
So bringing that up, Caleb, I have thrown it out, I believe, to this administration and the previous administration. There's Muni Bid. You put it online. It's an online service. It's all legit. People bid on it. They come take it. It's gone.
Yeah.
And like you get department heads in this town, and I don't blame them. It's still got some use to it, so they won't throw it away.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't blame them for that.
So wait, there's a system out there called Unibid.
Yeah.
So basically, you're bidding on municipality type.
It's set up for
Service.
it's set up for the municipalities so they can get rid of the stuff.
Well, that's how I mean.
Oh, get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
how you-
this is to get rid of it, not to
Yeah.
buy stuff. Oh, okay.
that's
Instead of leaving it hang
I
around.
misunderstood that.
Instead
Yeah,
of leaving
okay.
it hang around.
that's why you see people driving around in the Crown Vics that look like police cars. Still,
yes,
because
exactly.
they buy
Yeah,
them
because
from
they
those.
buy it from those
Well,
sites.
and even if you go to that site, you'll see, like we did school renovations,
Yeah.
you'll see 500 school chairs for sale.
Yeah.
So if they don't sell, you either throw them away or scrap them.
Yep.
Do they sell the school buses on those sites too, or is that that's a
'cause,
private thing?
You probably see some school buses, but a lot of, I would say a lot of that leans more private now.
Yeah. Because I'm in the market for a school bus.
You can
They're
buy a
out there.
Bluebird. You know, Bluebird, the army buses, the old military buses.
Yeah.
They're blue
Yeah.
or they're white. They're the
Yeah.
Bluebird, the flat nose buses. There's a U.S. federal government site that does the same thing for the federal equipment.
I never
sell
looked at
that.
those. I've always looked at school bus. I mean, you can get a school bus for pretty cheap. I want to build it out to a home.
You know what
Yeah,
you should do?
so-
Rent it out to
somebody-
the town for all the buses we have late or broken down. Or bring the Mercy Mount kids to Mercy Mount. They're having trouble getting there.
Well, that's a whole other thing. We don't want to bring that up.
I had a friend do that, Caleb. He bought a school bus.
Yeah.
You can't drive around in the yellow bus, though.
No, you have to make it street legal. Like street
It's got to
legal.
be painted.
Yeah, painted. You have to take all the
cannot
stickers
Oh,
take
you
it
can't
off.
have it. Oh, it makes sense.
You
That
have
makes
to-
sense.
You have
They
to
don't
take
want
all
to
the
be kidnapping kids. You just start
Yeah, I
come
was
up to a
gonna
bunch
say,
of
yeah,
kids
pull
waiting
up
on
a bunch of
the
kids, get on
road.
the
Hey,
bus.
jump on the
I got
bus.
candy. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh boy.
No, my kid knows about that. He every time he sees a white van, he's like, "That's a free candy van."
We got one of those, too.
Anyway,
But yeah, Muni Bid would be a way to clear up some of the equipment that's been thrown out to the side, laying there.
let's take a quick break, real quick.
Okay.
We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back. We'll get back into
Whatever.
we'll get into some of the tax stuff.
Okay.
When the lights go out or the shelves run bare, most folks panic. Don't be that guy. My Patriot Supply Survival Starter Plan gives you real food, sealed to last 25 years. Toss a kit in the closet or the truck, and you're all set. Get 10% off at preparewithCumberlandUnfiltered.com and be ready before the next storm hits.
Welcome back.
Pee break.
Some of us can't hang. Anyway, so Pete, before we were so rudely interrupted by Brad's small bladder, we were talking during the break about the water. You wanted to go back and talk a little bit about the water.
Well, the water, we got a reimbursement for the Cleaner Water Act, I believe it was. I think that was close to $300,000. We spent that.
When was that?
That was after we bought the overpriced piece of property, probably 5 years ago. I'd say.
Oh, so that's what they spent the $300,000 on the overpiece property.
So what was it? So you were saying something about
Hey, we got
selling
extra $300,000
trucks or
to
selling
spend. Let's buy this
equipment
for double.
thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to
Sorry.
interrupt you.
No, my bad.
So we got that reimbursement, but we spent it on equipment. Then right after that, we had the water break on Mendon Road, but instead of using our equipment, we
Which one?
Oh, wait.
The first one.
Talking about the very expensive one?
Yeah.
The one that was like $275,000?
It was like
So-
375. After
$375 is that what it was? Yeah.
Wait a minute. So we bought equipment to be able to fix things like this, and then when it happened, we didn't even use the equipment we bought?
And it was the exact same equipment they were using on the road, or some of it.
What
Not
is
all
the rationale behind that?
Zero.
Didn't know.
Brad, you were told because there was no trench box or something like that.
Yeah.
But then when you look at the pictures that were in the paper and stuff, there was no
There was
trench
no
box
trench box.
in the photo.
$5,000, maybe a $10,000 trench box. Could have fixed that.
So where's that equipment now?
It's still in the water department. It still gets used. It's just that if you do it as a whole,
Okay.
we got the equipment, we got the manpower.
Well,
We have the manpower
let's
now?
face it. So here's the deal, right? So, and you know this. So, in order to, as a laborer, you get call it, just for round numbers, $15 an hour. If you're an equipment operator,
That's not
your
round.
increase is like $15.50.
Yeah,
Am I correct on that?
It's a
It's
small,
a very small.
number. Yes.
Like, what incentive do these guys have to go out there and get their operator's license?
Well, and even if they get their operator's license, you gotta still have them come back on their time.
Yeah.
Pull
yeah.
that mic a little closer to your mouth there. Sorry.
I'll be honest with you. Like, the amount of money we paid on that for an emergency fix, like, I would have rather have called my town guys, pay them freaking double time. Hey, here you go. Here's a nice payday for you. Take care of this. It'd be a hell of a lot less than what we paid for it.
But if you're gonna do that, there's actually steps that you have to take to do it.
Oh, yes, I agree. Like, management, yeah, there's a process. No, I agree.
There's a process, and I think it's lacked in the town.
But that's what
code.
I'm saying. You'd have that process in place.
Correct. And that process starts by you need to put a crew together, a
Correct.
second crew together.
Yes.
And then this crew's on call this week.
Here's
that
your
crew-
guy on call. Correct.
Correct.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, but what about regionalization? Like Lincoln or Smithfield or Woonsocket, they probably have a crew. They don't have it either.
No,
they
I know
subcontract theirs?
Lincoln's water department, the last I checked, which has been a while, it was a 4-man department.
Yeah.
But they had subs that did this.
They call diggers too. No, I'm just kidding.
But if you
They had a sub like diggers, yes.
Right,
if you
right, right.
regionalize and you all do a little bit of and you
Right.
have the equipment and you put it right in one of the empty spots in one of the towns. Anytime there's a water break.
But see, that's even another service that we used to put out for bid.
Yeah.
We would put out water breaks, and I think the last time we did it, I think it was Boyle and Fogarty got it, but that might have been 10 plus years ago.
Before we paid for that repair, we could have, because I don't know, did we have the equipment to go deep enough in order to fix that?
I would say yes.
All right. Even
Because
if we didn't, you could have bought it
If you go and watch City of Pawtucket,
Could have rented it.
or rented it for
Yeah,
10
rented.
grand a month. I mean, for
Pawtucket Water Supply, if you go and watch them, I see them use nothing but a backhoe to fix
Yeah.
the line every time.
No, you remember when Danny took the hump out of Staples Road?
yeah.
He
That's
rented
right.
that. He rented that Hitachi machine with the hammer. He rented it.
Oh, yeah, 'cause it was only a small-
It cost him like $1,500 for the weekend.
Yeah.
It was a big machine. You know what I mean? Because he had to hammer out that bluestone. But I mean, it was a three day repair. Cost us over $300,000. And when you go down there, you better make sure your suspension is good and your tires are filled because it's rough.
Yeah, it is.
But
And then it broke again, and then it's been continuing to break. You
There
said
was one yesterday.
I was on vacation, and you said
Wayne Street or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
Is it Wayne Drive? Or
Wayne
Street?
Drive, whatever. Wayne Street. I don't
Really?
even know where the hell
That's
that.
up near my house.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where that was. I was trying to figure out what that was. I didn't have a chance to look at it on the map.
No, I live a long way away from Wayne Drive, just so people are listening. They not know where I live.
but
You're by Wayne Newton Drive.
Yes.
But think about the amount. I mean, you don't even see the repairs anymore. These water breaks, they're not getting voted on. Are they getting voted on by the council? Because I'm not seeing.
Oh, you're going to emergency repair.
Yeah, but that still gets voted on by the council. Like that.
Afterwards,
Afterwards.
it
After
does
the
because
fact.
if it's an emergency repair, they got the power to do the repair.
So what happens if you guys vote no on it?
Well, there'd have to be a good reason for that to be a no.
So
Like I know there was one on July 3rd that happened, which I still am curious how much that cost town. Has that come to fruition yet?
Yeah, I don't believe I've seen that come across yet.
That
So
was the
in
one where they put
reality-
the guardrail, I think, to the water line.
So in reality,
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't matter. You guys
That was
aren't
Angel
really-
Road.
Yes.
You guys aren't really voting
one.
on anything. It's just a head shake. to
You really
say,
just
yeah,
giving it a thumbs up.
we acknowledge.
Some people do.
How does it feel being the only one on the council who does anything for the town?
Feels great.
I love it.
I had somebody after probably a couple elections ago sit down with me and go, "What do you want?" And I, with a yellow pad, and I told him, I go, "I only want things done right."
Makes sense.
Yep. He goes, and I go, "I only know right from wrong." And I was told that's not good enough.
Wow.
Well, just like
That's not good enough.
Yeah.
What other option is there? Oh, wait, I know the other option.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you though, it's just like we had the problem we have on the school committee with the executive session minutes being sealed in perpetuity.
ridiculous.
Everything they talk about in the town council is sealed in perpetuity too.
And forever.
Same thing.
It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to, like, okay, we talked about the superintendent's contract. That is sealed. That's sealed.
Wow.
Right? He should not be able to see what we're talking about in these meetings with the contract. When the contract is over
Yes.
and he is awarded the contract,
Yeah.
that is supposed to be unsealed. It is no longer meets the criteria to be sealed. Same thing. Like the lawsuits you guys had, a lot of those lawsuits, once the lawsuits are settled, if it costs
Unseal
public money, it should be unsealed.
I was about to say, we're paying for it.
Do you know what the argument is? I can tell you what their argument
What is the? I just about to ask what the argument
Yeah,
is. on
so
that.
their argument is documents that are investigatory or are drafts or things like that, those don't apply
I showed
to
you.
our
I showed you
product.
the video where the assistant attorney general said you have to redact those.
I believe you. I
Have to
trust you.
redact those.
I agree with you too. I'm just telling you the argument because I'm in the process of
So
this
how do,
right
how do
now.
we force that hand? Is there a way to force that hand?
We're in the middle of it now.
I'm in the middle of it now.
Ah.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the argument is that was investigatory. That was drafts. Those aren't a
That's
part
bullshit.
of the
It's forcing
final
something
But when
action.
the investigation is over, right? Those when the investigation, whether or not the only thing they can say, right? And the assistant attorney general said this in the training, is if they dismiss it, right, and they don't find the guy was guilty or whoever was guilty or whatever, then they have a standing not to release them because they were inflammatory or accusational, so they don't have to.
And no proof.
They got no proof. But if they settle and they say, okay, we're gonna agree that this happened, and they're gonna discipline the person, they are supposed to unseal those minutes and let everybody know what happened and why they spent your money on this.
So the fight that I'm in now is, and it's not a fist fight, by the way. I don't want people to think I'm being violent.
You've already had the cops calling you one time. for
I've
that.
already had them calling me once. The fight that I'm in now is that the final action is what is they're claiming is they're claiming that the acknowledgement is the final action. So the final action is what's under APRA, the final action to be released.
Okay.
They're claiming that the school committee's acknowledgement of the investigation is the final action, not the investigation itself. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can tell you. I had an investigation for my kid on the school. I went in and read the report. It was 260 or 70 pages. Most of it was just emails that were sent back and forth. They were like they kept touting, "Oh my God, we had all these hundreds of pages." Yeah, it was because it was 70 back and forth emails. That was every page was an email. It wasn't like it was all this. But it was already redacted. They were all already redacted. So so if they're going to say it would cost too many man hours, I read the entire 250-page thing. most of it because it was my email saying this is bullshit. You guys are screwing my kid, you know, and you know, you're not following your own policies, which is why I ran. Just like you had an issue you ran on. That's why I ran.
That's why most people run.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm a minority, so I still can't change it. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
You know, the women and men and the men and women sports thing that they refused to
transgender
put back.
policy.
I'm going to release my emails to the chair.
You should.
And to the
put them to the public. Throw them on
two
Facebook.
chairs. Yeah, I'm going to show you. Hey, you know, and we were saying it the other day. A parent comes into the meeting and says, "Oh, you know, your handbook is not up to code." Immediately the next meeting, the handbook is on the agenda. You know, I as a school committee member have requested no less than 3 or 4 times to get this thing on the agenda, and they're like, okay, yeah, okay. And then I keep getting, what do you want on the agenda? I'm like
eliminate the transgender policy.
Read my previous emails.
You're going.
You know?
You're unlawful right now in what you're doing.
Yeah, but they try to do so much in executive session because they don't ever have to tell anybody what we're doing in executive session.
No, they don't.
And you're not allowed as a member of the council or the school committee to talk about what happened in executive session.
They can rely on the squirmy lawyers to run everything.
The squirmy lawyers.
How much did a squirmy lawyer make last year?
Oh yeah. I think I'm not. Our contract might have been 180, and these are again. I'm gonna take Pete's stance here. Where don't quote me on this. Might have been 180, and last year I think it was 485 for lawyers' fees. I think this year it was maybe even approaching double that in lawyers' fees. So they love how things are going. They love what's going on.
So
You know what I mean?
nobody. I'm assuming nobody talks to the lawyer and say, "Hey, what's this going to cost me?"
Oh, no, definitely not.
I mean, like a retainer. It's like,
I'm going to tell you,
$300,000.
our lawyer, and this is my opinion. Our lawyer is the chair of our school committee. I'm going to tell you right now.
I think that
Oh, 100%. Everybody listens to the lawyer, right?
Yeah.
I think I agree
When they
with
get in
your
trouble,
opinion.
they go to a lawyer. A lawyer bails them out of trouble.
Yeah,
When they're in the executive session, they go to a lawyer. A lawyer takes up for them.
Put them in fear.
Yeah,
How many times?
I don't
happened
like.
to me,
I
man.
think Phil Thornton's doing a horrible job, right?
Yeah.
Right. The lawyer loves the guy. You know
course,
why?
why, yeah.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Oh, 100%.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
What the hell? He just quadrupled his money.
That's how Phil Thornton does his work. Is he relies on them. Just like a lot of people rely on
makes them the bad guy.
ChatGPT to do something.
Makes them the bad
Yeah,
guy.
because then he can say, "My hands are tied.
Hey,
I don't know what."
He
you're
looks
doing."
at the lawyer.
You
The
know,
lawyer tells us what to do, and then just in lockstep, all but one person in myself on the committee. Yes, okay, yes, that's what we'll do. And then we did do a vote. We did a vote, right? And we voted to move start times for the schools back. And then what happened behind the scenes? Right? Oh, we have to change the vote. They changed the vote.
So this is
So it doesn't even matter. Votes don't even stand.
No,
This
Sorry,
is
it doesn't
honestly
matter.
what should lead into our next topic.
Yeah,
which-
of course.
I mean, it's the frivolous spending and the no accountability and nobody checking the boxes here. Like, recently we just had which during my campaign, there was no tax stabilization agreement. There's none of that. Oh yeah, none of that. We're not going to do a tax stabilization agreement on the whole building. What happened last week?
But there were.
We passed a tax stabilization agreement.
But he said that, and there were 2 articles, and there were stuff we found in the town council minutes,
Yes.
documents that said exactly that. tax
Exactly that.
stabilization agreement.
But it's like, the part of it is people don't pay attention. But it's like, now here we are. We just passed this big tax stabilization agreement, which, I've been fighting people online last couple of days on, me and Caleb here. And
Matter of fact,
Pete?
you know what?
what happened on that tax stabilization agreement? How the heck? So my question is, so in a situation like this, right? So the way this works, your property is valued at X when you buy the property. Obviously, this is a depressed property. It's been around for 100 years. It's it surely needs a lot of upkeep and a lot of infrastructure go into that. So it's going to be a big undertaking for whatever developer moves in there.
Correct.
So typically, once the developer comes in, they improve the building, they improve the project, and then your building gets reevaluated at whatever that new number is going to be based on the after construction scenario. So my question is, did anybody on the council, and I know you voted against it.
Yep.
Thank you. Did anybody
The
on the
only
council run the numbers on what the valuation was going to be once this project was complete to see what tax revenue we actually gave up?
Well, it's actually funny because if you look at that, it never got sent to the finance board.
Never got sent to the finance board.
Nope, it went to the ordinance board.
Why would it go to the ordinance board?
I thought if something has to do with finance, it goes in front of the finance committee or whatever.
You'd have to talk to the council president on that.
Why would that not go to the finance board?
Rationally, it should have went to both boards. But even if
You would think.
even if you step back in time, we had a complaint. I think it was probably
Speaking of the mic.
5 or 6 years ago, maybe 5 or 6. Oof, I'm trying to think. Maybe even before that, complaint filed at the AG's. Some resident filed it, saying we weren't keeping minutes of the meetings.
And they won. I read that argument. They won because if you deal with funding, you have to keep minutes, and they were not keeping minutes.
Minutes, correct, on the finance side.
Really?
When I
Yes.
was trying to, I don't mean to interrupt you. I just want to hop on this. When I was trying, and you probably remember this, you were on the finance committee. They had on their own agenda. They were going to go over the invoices for the lawyer because they were they were out of control. They kept tabling it, and then they forgot about it. They didn't even go over it for like 5 months. So then I sent an email. Hey, what the hell happened? You didn't go over this for like 5 months. You didn't. So they did it the day after the election. The day after the election, they went over it. And you know what they said? Does anybody have any questions? And they didn't go over anything. And then I wanted to see what they said in the minutes. They're allowed 35 days. 37 days later, I emailed the town hall, Sandra, and I said, hey, I haven't seen the minutes. You're allowed 35 days, and it's 37 days. The minutes aren't posted. The next day, the minutes were posted. In the minutes, it was like 5 lines.
That was it?
Yeah, they said, you know what they said? No discussion. No discussion.
Yeah, no discussion.
It was tabled like 3 times, and then they just tried to bury it, and they buried it. And it was Shaw. Robert Shaw was the new chair after McGill buried it. Robert Shaw came in and did his job to bury it, and then they never discussed it. Never discussed it.
So how the hell does that not end up at the finance board?
The TSA,
Yeah.
it would have to be assigned to us.
And who does that?
Who does that?
Council president.
Well, why the hell didn't he do that?
We'd have to ask him.
And why the hell did it go? What did it go to the ordinance board for?
Well,
Council president, why did you not send that to the finance?
Yes. I'd like an answer on that too. Yes.
So then, if you back up in time,
Kinch.
Yeah.
Isn't that Kinch?
Yeah.
Why did you not send it to the finance?
So then, if you back up in time, before Jason's issue, there was I forget what the issue was, but we weren't keeping minutes for the finance board or the ordinance subcommittee board. Somebody turned in a complaint.
Yeah.
The reply from our solicitor was, the ordinance subcommittee doesn't deal with any money.
Yeah, they don't have to.
Right, but that said, they just okayed this TSA.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Which
true.
is money.
Which is money related. Yeah.
Yeah, and even back in time when
And
they
a lot
did-
of it.
So hold on, that seems a little shady to me.
So even if you go back in time, when they did the employee handbook, that took benefits off of employees. That was done through
That's financial.
That was done through ordinance subcommittee.
Why the hell is the ordinance subcommittee touching that shit?
Because
That makes
they're not-
no sense.
Maybe because they're not actually writing checks.
And who is
Giving
on
out
the
money.
ordinance subcommittee, might we ask?
Then or now?
Well,
Well, give us both.
that's
why they send it there, because they know that they've
But
got
why?
a full
Why now? Who
house.
now? Who now? Because we're talking about TSA. So who now?
is Bolio, Sweet, and Mativia.
So what? Okay. So there's nobody that took any kind of financial look at this TSA, is what you're telling me?
Well,
So is there anybody
nobody-
that came back to the council to
Nobody
say,
on
hey,
the council. I'm sure it was done through the solicitor's office and the mayor's office.
well, did they come up with a number? Did they present you guys with something like what we're going to be giving up before?
I don't remember seeing any numbers.
Was that the night of the vote?
No numbers. So they just carte blanche agreed to give this TSA without knowing the financial implications of what this is
Well,
going to have for the town.
So, and that's the bigger point in my eyes. Like, once again, we wanted to put a third rescue on for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, now you don't have the money. You can't do that.
Well, and now you're potentially adding another 500 to 1,000 people to the town.
And you need it more.
And you need it more.
And you're adding kids to the school system.
Kids to the school system.
They're saying there's going to be no more than 9 kids in that giant complex.
9, 6, yeah.
They said the same thing about Cumberland Crossing. Cumberland Crossing has an entire busload of kids that come out
I
of
was
there.
just saying, it's the single largest stop in Cumberland now, isn't it?
I'm not sure about that, but I know they have a lot
ton.
of kids, a lot more kids than they were supposed to. But
lot of kids get on that bus.
The superintendent, he assures us that no more than 9 kids are going to come out of.
Did the lawyer tell him that?
So
The superintendent said that, or the
Yeah, every time we talk about the Ann and Hope complex and about redistricting and what the Ann and Hope complex might do to redistricting, he says, well, that shouldn't be a problem. They said there's only going to be 9 kids. I said, who said there's only going to be 9 kids? The guys that were trying to sell it to you? Those guys? Of course they said there's only going to be 9 kids. They're trying to get the tax stabilization. They're trying to get that thing approved.
So nobody took, knowing what rental rates are for studios, apartments, this, that, in the state currently, which is through the roof, like nobody decided to take, so like the town, when I get my annual valuation
From
from
Vision
the town.
Government Solutions?
No, not Vision, but it's from the town. So they always want me to take the income approach. So they want to know what my net revenue is in the building. And they want to basically tax me based on the net revenue. So I did the same thing with this thing. And you're going to tell me that nobody tried to look at what the value of that building was going to be upon completion in order to figure out what the tax rate was going to be and what we're going to be giving up down the road?
No.
Why would they do that?
That's insane.
That would prevent a photo op.
That's insane. So
That would stop their agenda.
I did it. So I took, and I used what would be considered, I think, a low number, $1,500 a month in rent. I figured out what the revenue was going to be for 240 units, right? And then what I did is I took the 6% cap rate, which is that's a typical standard in the market right now. That building could have been valued at a $48 million valuation. That's roughly, it's close to $500,000 on a year.
You put your old man glasses on.
Yeah, I gotta put my old, these readers.
Glasses in your bladder. My goodness, man.
Oh no, I correct myself. It would have been $68 million at the current tax rate. It would have generated $940,000 of tax revenue a year. You take that out over the 20-year deal. We basically gave up like $18 million. I shouldn't say we gave up $18 million because we're getting 5.6. So we left $13 million on the table.
Call it 10.
Yeah.
Still.
Call it 10. Still. That's a lot of money. So now we have
bought
a
a fire
situation we're at $41,000 for the first 5 years, $67,000 for the next 5 years. So if you take that and prorate that over to 240 condo units, that's roughly $175 to $200 in taxes total per unit a year.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, great.
My tax bill would pay for 57 of those.
Yeah, exactly.
When you said that earlier, I did the math.
100%.
My tax bill would pay for 57 of those units.
Dude, that's crazy. Now you take, so all of a sudden, if we have 3 kids coming out of that complex going to school, you already ate up the 40 grand. Right? Because
you're at a loss.
It's supposed to be $14,000 to $15,000 per student. So you're already at a loss. That doesn't even include we're already strained in the school systems because we don't have enough seats in the schools. We already
traffic,
like you just stated, your EMS and your fire, they're already short a rescue unit.
And your police.
So now we're adding all of this to the infrastructure that we already can handle. That's already strained as it is, and we just gave up. We literally gave up $900,000 a year in tax revenue.
Now, if that was a stable tax base, right? Like they keep saying it's a stable tax base, and we're putting a facelift on the historical markers in Cumberland, which I'm all for. You have something else you want to say? Go ahead.
No, keep going.
So, if they would bring in something that would bring outside money in instead of breweries, restaurants, coffee shop, things like that, like those are not stable.
What you got to bring in, and they might have tried that at Diamond Hill. You got to bring in something that's going to bring in events.
Yes.
However, weddings are events, but not stuff that's going to bring in money.
But that's still not realized. That's still projected. If you bring
hopeful.
Hopeful, yes. If you bring somebody in that's like a manufacturing plant a warehouse, something that is bringing money from outside of Cumberland into Cumberland. Now you have something to talk about.
Well, now you have all these employees coming in, spending money in town.
Yeah.
You know, your local businesses, bars, stuff like that. They're all going to love this stuff because now you got another 150 jobs, 200 jobs
And what's gonna
coming
end
to town from outside of Cumberland. Like, we don't want to take Cumberland money and spend Cumberland inside of Cumberland. We want to take the outside money and bring it in.
We want to bring money
Like,
in.
that's the whole point, right?
That's how you grow.
So, you know, now we're stuck in a hole where, like, out of the $41,000, I think the fire department gets $3,000 a year to cover that. So, which, bad deal.
Yep.
Never would have done it.
Yeah, what were you going to say?
And
before I
here's in comparison, just so that you don't think I'm picking on the Ann and Hope building. We have the
dig a grave.
the place on Front Street. What's the name of it called? Oh, Riverfront Lofts. So Riverfront Lofts, that's roughly a 200,000 square foot facility, right? Ann and Hope is 480,000 square feet. So it's less than half. So that currently, that is valued at $27 million, and it brings in annual revenue of $375,000 a year. That's more than enough to pay for additional services that need to go to that facility, as well as whatever children, and I don't know who comes out of that right now, but whatever kids come out of that to go to our school system. So we just totally gave up for no reason. I don't even know what the reason is. Why would we even give that? So, like, here's the deal, right? I would have no issue holding the taxes the way they are until this project is complete, right? So that way they're not getting whacked with the additional tax burden until it's complete. Once it's complete, that property should have been valued at whatever the market value is. And then if you want to do a tax stabilization agreement for a 10 or 15 year deal and not increase the taxes through that period, I would have no issue with that. But we didn't do it that way. Now we're sitting on a bag of shit for the next 10 years. We're getting nothing out of it.
Next 20.
And it's
well,
like,
we're
you know,
getting nothing out of it. Those politicians are getting.
and guess who pays the bill?
We do.
So the taxpayers foot the bill,
Every
and that's
taxpayer in Cumberland.
and
will
this
pay for
doesn't
that.
even include the 3.5% tax increase we're getting hit with this year, plus the 8% water bill. I mean, shit. You probably could have covered some of that stuff with some of that tax revenue if it be done on market rates. So I guarantee, and you heard it here first, there's going to be another tax increase next year because we're not going to be able. Well, actually, it's going to take 3 years to build that thing.
Oh no, there's still going to be a tax increase next year.
Oh, there still will be another one.
There's nothing to do.
But then 3 years from now, we'll be asking for another. You know, we'll be looking for 4 or 5%.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't understand. It makes no
fortunately, the
sense.
state
I don't know why we did it.
Fortunately, the state has a 4% tax cap, doesn't it?
Yeah, state has a 4%
So
unless
guess
they
what?
vote. Unless they vote over it, I
We're
guess.
going to probably see another bond on the.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand the rationale and how a town giving that kind of a discount on a property wouldn't have already done a pre-evaluation study on this property of what it's going to be worth at the end of the project to see exactly how much tax revenue we were going to be generating versus what we're actually going to be getting now based on this tax stabilization agreement. Like, we're upside down. Like, there's no rationale, there's no mindset to any of this, and I don't understand it. Like, who knows who?
What do you have to say?
So I'll throw one other thing out there.
All right, we're listening.
They make the comparison to Ashton Mills. Now, as far as I know, Ashton Mills was done with no tax stabilization plan.
No, I don't remember what.
So it got done.
So wait, what's Ashton? What's the address down there?
Ashton Mills.
Can't wait to see our taxes after the reevaluation.
That's coming up too. That's coming. I already saw the Vision.
That's next year.
Government solution guys riding around my neighborhood.
But they did that without a TSA. They did that with private money.
Yeah.
But you're using that as a comparison for the school kids. Well, why don't you use that for a comparison on developing?
Yeah. Well, guess who they have that helps with their developing?
Oh yeah, that's right.
She's got her hands in all
right.
of that stuff.
Who's handling the tax stabilization agreement on the Hartford holding side?
Well, I mean, you guys didn't see anything, did you?
Nah,
So it's not y'all.
no. Nope. We're given the idea, and there it goes. I mean, but if you want my honest opinion, I'm
Yeah.
sure there's meetings
No, I want
outside
you
of
to
the
lie to
meetings
us.
that I'm not involved in.
With the other council members?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure that happens outside.
Because you're the outsider.
Wait, Ashton
Correct.
Mills. Ashton Mills. That's the one I use. River Lofts.
Yeah.
That's the one I use in comparison.
Yeah, that's the one they keep comparing it to.
So there's a valuation of $27 million. And they're paying $375,000 a year in taxes.
and they got no TSA.
No TSA. So,
But they get the job done.
but they're still making money.
But if you listen to
It's been there for a long time now.
if you listen to a certain group, they can't do it without a TSA.
Yeah,
But
they get the
it's
wool
been-
pulled right over their eyes.
But it's already been done in this town without a TSA.
Yeah, no reason for it.
Look, there's a part of me that wants to believe that these guys aren't trying to destroy our town. There's a
Well,
part of me that wants to believe that they have the best interest for the town.
so there's different points of view, correct?
Okay.
I live in Cumberland.
Yeah.
I don't live in Fantasyland.
I know. That's
Come on,
what I'm
you have
saying.
a Tinkerbell on your shoulder.
I'm saying. I thought you were going to have to. I mean, that is factual. I want to believe that they think that they're doing something good for the town by, number one, putting a facelift on the old Ann and Hope building. And they think,
Well,
through naivete, that they are bringing a tax.
But it's like we said earlier, math is hard. It's harder for them. It's
Yes.
just math. It's just
Well,
a freaking math problem.
my problem is nobody did the math.
That's what I mean.
And the
just
real
like
math.
with the Diamond Hill Country Club, nobody did the math.
Nobody did the math.
It's going to cost us money. Guess what? This is going to cost us money.
Correct.
You can only do that so many times before you got to increase the taxes, and you got to put.
Oh.
The people can't afford their houses and their tax bills because
Before you run out
have
of
all
other people's
these other-
money.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
There's a famous person that said that statement.
Chippendale said it when he was on here. Those don't bring photo ops. They can't stand out there with their scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we even have a ribbon cutting for Franklin
That's what I'm
Wells.
saying. They don't have that kind of stuff. Doesn't bring photo ops, and politicians can't survive without a photo op of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, unless you're doing the right thing, then it's easy
Well, you're not going to
survive.
survive then, though, as a
No,
politician.
you will survive as a politician that way.
You might survive in politics, but not as a politician.
But the politician is supposed to be hired in order to do the right thing and make the right decisions for its constituents.
You said that
not
when
for the people coming to the board saying, "Hey, I need a tax break."
You said
okay,
that-
I need a fucking tax break too. But it's like, should I go to the board next month and ask for a tax stabilization agreement? Will I get it?
I think you should do that for every resident in the town.
Oh, I know exactly. It's like holy shit.
So
like,
we don't
what are
have
talking
to.
here?
So nobody has to pay more.
Yeah, exactly.
do it.
I mean,
let's build something.
there should be a big sucker.
Why build it?
Sucker
Just
sticker
give me
on
the
their
TSA.
forehead.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's give everybody a TSA.
Right up front before I even do it.
We'll lock everybody in, like the house wasn't occupied.
Yeah, right, exactly. And it's like, holy, I mean, I could have thought of, like we said earlier, entice a business to come in. Like, honestly, you probably have to knock that thing down anyway, but I mean, I don't know what kind of conditions in, but
Well, like we've talked, Brad.
yes.
And we both like sports,
Yeah, right.
as do a lot of people. If you set up the facilities, that brings people into the town.
Correct.
Those people spend money.
They do.
Whether it's baseball fields, soccer fields,
Hockey rink.
a hockey rink, which
Yep.
we could absolutely use.
But see what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that the building needs to be knocked down. Like, it is a historical marker in Cumberland. I
it
like
is.
the idea of putting a
yes,
facelift on it and restoring it.
Yes, it is, but
But it's-
let's look at reality, Kate,
Yes, correct.
and take
But
a step.
I'm living in
into-
fantasy land too.
You're stepping over that way.
It's got to be practical.
I've been saying
Right.
that for friggin' months.
But let's look at reality. For us, it's Ann and Hope.
Okay.
Right.
30 years from now, it's nothing.
Nobody know who the hell Ann Hope is. Yeah, 100%. So,
If it even takes 30 years.
and I agree. And it's like, and it's gotten to the point where I don't even know if it's worth. I mean, obviously, it's worth saving for.
I'm talking about the mill aspect of it. Like the
Yeah,
mill
I agree.
aspect.
Right. but
Like, it was not always Ann and Hope. It was something in history long, man. We're going to have a guy come on and talk about the mill industry in Rhode Island soon.
which is a great thing, Caleb. But that's 3 generations ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already found out last year we had an airport. They didn't save the airport. We had a
Yeah, they got rid of that.
We had a NASCAR rink down there, Stop and Shop. They didn't save that.
We had a couple of golf courses too. They're gone.
I remember that golf course behind high school.
There was also one in
Annie
Lippitz.
shoot at you with the rock salt.
Yeah. Annie was a tough bird.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
We had one in Lippit Estates as well.
I feel like
Was
I
a
feel
golf
like
course
you
in
do.
Lippit?
We had what is it? Mendon Liquors was Twin Cinema.
Yeah,
We had that.
that's
Yeah,
gone.
that's right.
That's gone too.
Yeah, but those things aren't historical.
Was for us.
Yeah, I say. Yeah.
Not 3 generations ago.
100%. Cumberland ain't what it used to
Two.
be. I remember when Chapel Four Corners over here was a stop sign.
Yeah.
I say just make it into
There's
an
that 50s
industrial
restaurant.
type.
What was that on the corner?
Yeah,
Shot
that's
on
right.
or something like
Yeah.
that.
And
warehouse.
Diamond Hill Pizza.
Diamond Hill Pizza, yeah.
And then if we even go off of the Admiral Inn,
Oh yeah, the Admiral Inn.
nobody that's been here 20 years or less knows what the Admiral Inn is.
No, they
Admiral's
don't.
gone. The pink building.
Yep.
Yep.
Hunter's Drug, where Spin City used to be over there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys. I know the buildings you guys grew up with are now in the history books. I get that.
But that's my point, Caleb. In 20, 30 years, nobody knows what Ann and Hope is. Nobody knows what that
It's
is.
not about Ann and Hope, though. In my opinion, it's not about Ann and Hope. It's about what the building was before Ann and Hope.
All right, so you put
And that wasn't apartments.
No, it wasn't apartments.
certainly wasn't
and I'm not
apartments.
saying bring apartments in. I'm not saying that. I'm saying bring manufacturing, or bring a warehouse, or bring something that's bringing outside money.
problem is though
into it.
the in order to revitalize that facility for a manufacturing facility, like it's going to be very cost prohibitive, even if you gave them zero taxes for 20 years. Like you're
Well,
going to have.
you say that, Brad, but my T-shirt guy tried
Yeah,
renting
yeah.
the top floor of that years ago,
Oh, right.
and they wanted him to pay top square foot, do $1 million worth of renovations, and do a 1-year lease.
Well, that's what they wanted him to do was $1 million worth of renovations.
They
do
wanted him to
t-shirts?
do all the renovations and then do it for a 1-year
Is
lease.
Chasing Tail
I'm
$1 million?
guessing he's not on the top floor anymore.
He never moved in, but he would have loved to have.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people would love to, but it's cost prohibitive, right? Like that doesn't
Right,
make
but
sense.
nobody's going to sign up for a 1-year lease and do all the renovations.
Well, they're not. No,
At $1
definitely
million?
not. Not for $1 million.
Even
Yeah.
if it's 100,000, you're not going to do it. Not for 1 year.
I assume that the place that Chasing Tail's in is not worth $1 million.
No, definitely not.
The building is, the space is not.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
building,
talking about, the space. Because that's what he's saying. He has to renovate the space.
That's what he wanted. He wanted that whole top floor.
top floor.
Yep. And he probably, to be honest, by now, because he's in 2 buildings, might even picked up a 2nd floor.
All right. So
So it's possible to get it done. But the easier money is
Yeah.
to go for housing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all. Yeah. Check the box. Boom.
Yep.
But then we don't have to do it to the detriment of the community. Like there's no doubt in my mind. Like I said, I would have no issue holding the tax rate until the project is done.
that just feels one-dimensional, though.
At that point, you value the property the way it should be done, which is the way these projects normally go. And then you set a rate.
I'm not talking about you.
This is
what
where I'm
you're
at.
saying.
No, I get it.
Okay.
This is your rate. This is where you're at, right? This is what the taxes are going to be collected from the town. Now, if you want to do a tax stabilization agreement on top of that, even give them a little bit of a discount over the next 10, 15 years. Okay, I don't have an issue with that because you're still getting the $450,000 to $500,000 of revenue
Correct.
in order to, which is going to totally offset any kid coming out of that place, plus the additional infrastructure that we already know we need with the police, the fire, EMS, in order to handle another 500 to 1,000 people in there. Like that's literally what you're looking at. I mean,
Well,
you could be looking at 1,000 people in that place.
and then you throw it out there, Brad. We got impact fees.
Oh, the impact fees.
We
yes.
don't have those here, do we?
Well,
we do, but they're very low.
and it hasn't been hasn't been reviewed in over 20 years.
So I think that I would be for impact fees.
So
why
oddly
not?
enough, I've been fighting that battle, Caleb, for 10 plus years.
Yeah, you've been talking about that for a while. Yeah.
And our current administrator ran on that
That he was going to bring impact
to
fees in?
address that. And one of the impact fees I wanted addressed, and I had a friend over in Lincoln that built a house off of Angel Road. For him to have the right to attach to that water line was $5,000. Then he paid for the hookup.
Guess who's really into development that probably talked him out of that?
Well, oddly enough, when I was council president, I tried getting our attorney then to do it, And
Your attorney's not a developer, though.
well, she's now solicitor. I tried getting our attorney to do it with our finance chair. They told me it was the previous administration. Well, that was 7 years ago. So what's the excuse now?
Yeah, right, exactly. 100%. Well, you know why. We all know why.
Yeah. Can't make you live in there
Tell
for
us.
years.
No.
Tell us.
This is a very developer-friendly town, put it that way.
Always has been.
Yep.
And you know what's funny? The argument has always been that the Dean family is all about developing. They want to go and develop all of the Cumberland landscape.
I don't wanna develop
and it
anything.
doesn't feel like that to me. Like I don't see
more,
it.
I want more green space. Like, honestly,
yeah.
we talked about this. It's like, town should have bought that building. You know, you could have.
I think the one that they really dropped the ball on was St. Pat's.
Oh, St. Pat's. Oh, let's talk about St. Pat's, because now I hear they're actually adding units to St. Pat's.
Yeah, they're trying to.
Yeah, well, that's something
make
we're
it-
going to talk about.
But yeah, one parking spot per apartment and one for a visitor.
Oh, my God.
But that
There was already 34 units originally approved, right? How many are they going for now?
I think 61. or
Holy
60,
shit.
60.
Did they get
doubling
a
it?
TSA? Or
They're probably going to go for it.
They locked it. I believe it was for 5 years. They locked it at 0.
Oh, okay.
Even though in that meeting I voted against that one too, because they're still trying to keep the cell tower going, which they're still collecting revenue off.
And they're not doing that anymore.
What,
Are we?
Cell tower?
Are we doing that? We're not. We don't.
Oh no, we're still under that. As far as I know, we've collected.
Is Cumberland collecting? I thought we sold all the cell tower stuff. for
Oh
the
yeah, we
building.
sold all our cell tower stuff off.
The Diamond Hill.
yeah.
The log at Diamond Hill. I mean, the lodge.
And I brought that up to our finance director at that time because we sold it off for the next 99 years. And I told him, so it's the next 25 administrations that got to deal with it.
Yeah.
They didn't talk about kicking it down the road and passing the buck. All that stuff's going to catch up to the town. When? It will.
Probably next year.
Could be 3. Could be 10 years you're really paying for it.
Well, this is definitely an opinion show. I think it's going to be next year. Because everything is coming to a head next year, it feels like.
Yeah, it's coming quick.
Yeah. It's with the evaluation, the new home evaluation that's coming up. The water bill hikes, the electricity rates going skyrocket, the energy, like everything is coming to a head.
Yeah. And hold on, Rhode Island's in for it.
Yeah, Rhode Island as a whole.
Correct.
Not just Cumberland.
Yep.
So I'm just talking about Cumberland things.
We might be a step ahead of everybody on that.
So, all right. Being in local government, you hear, so there's a lot of things that are happening in the news these days. And a lot of different states are declaring, trying to put lawsuits against the current administration. In a local government, like at your level, how much is actually affected by what happens on a federal level?
On the local side, well, that'll be determined. Depends on how much funding gets cut from the state. Could trickle down to the town, which then could trickle to the.
And are we in a situation now where that's likely to happen?
I mean, if they keep fighting the current federal administration, I would say they're asking for it.
I would agree.
You heard it here first. Anyway.
But now to go to another
Yeah, okay, another topic. Let's do
Another
it.
topic.
We'll keep going. We'll keep going all night.
Well, we're not going all night, but we'll go. And the other one that that I felt was totally wrong, and they put the people through stuff they shouldn't have been through, was the horse barn.
Oh,
what?
yeah.
The
The horse barn.
Horse?
Farm,
really?
yeah.
The riding rink.
Yep. Yeah, I think that was very undue and unjust by the town.
What
Big
happened?
time.
I don't
2
even
years
know
down
what
the road.
happened. I know I
Delayed them
heard
2 years.
2
I heard
years
a little
cost.
bit about it.
So the one question I asked when it actually finally hit the floor was, when were horses outlawed in Cumberland?
Yeah.
And the answer was, I don't know, because they never were.
They never were.
But what made you ask that question, though? Because I don't know what happened with the
Well,
reveal.
because they were trying to limit them to what they could have on agricultural land.
Okay.
And
In other words, they're trying to put them on a business, so it's somebody
But,
else
yeah.
come in and develop that property.
Didn't somebody want?
40-something acres, and they wanted it developed.
Didn't
Somebody wanted it developed.
Yeah.
And
or somebody didn't want horses on
and there was
agricultural
and there
land.
was a friend of a friend next door that
that just happens to
caused a big
be into development?
caused a big caused a big problem.
And the one I get a kick out of, and you think they would have been a little more vocal and stood up for him a little more. The mayor lives at one end of it,
He does.
and the council president
Lives
lives at the
one.
other end
Yeah,
of it.
I can see his house from their driveway.
But the whole issue there was they held them up and went to court. Cost the farm like $60,000.
Yeah.
Took 2 years.
To fight for
And-
what they should have had.
For what they
and-
should have
and
had.
Here was the thing. So in the ordinance, right? The ordinance said that in a residential area you were allowed to have horses. But in an agricultural area, it didn't specify that you were allowed to have horses. That was their hang-up. In agricultural, you didn't specify you were allowed to have horses. But if you lived on a 5,000 square foot lot in downtown Cumberland, you were allowed to have, you had to have a half acre, I think, in a residential to have a horse.
It wasn't mathin'.
It wasn't mathin'. So it took 2 years for them to bring that to the council, for the council to approve it, and then they were like, "We're just trying to help." After 2 years of this,
Yeah,
of this
help
business.
like that nobody wants.
Yeah, help. While we're tugging up your ass from behind. Yeah.
So you and I talked
Friends
about
like
this.
that, who
Somebody
needs
else, somebody else brought an
Who needs
ordinance.
friends like that?
Somebody else brought an ordinance for the family compound. Remember that?
Oh, yeah,
ordinance?
that's right. Oh, that breezed right
yeah,
by.
guess how many meetings that took to get approved?
One.
One meeting to change that ordinance.
And actually, we've never been back to look at that. I know we looked once.
Yeah.
And they said it was to break up a family compound. But
And in the meeting, you asked a question, and they were like, "We're not going to talk about that.
that,
We're not
yeah,
gonna
no,
talk
no,
about
no.
that."
We're not
That
talking
was a
about that.
solicitor.
Yeah,
Solicitor
yeah.
said, "We're not talking about that.
We're going to bury that. We're going to wait. We're going to wait.
Just vote on it. They
Why?
voted on
That
it.
can down the road. Yeah.
Why couldn't you talk about it?
Well, the-
because
the-
they didn't want to.
But the big question
didn't
is,
want
why did it take 2 years to get horses approved on agricultural when they were already approved on residential? But it took one meeting to get family compound, the ordinance for family compounds approved.
And as far as I know, there was only one. The last time I looked, there was one piece of property that affected.
yeah.
And that piece of property, I think, was only owned for 5 years, 6 years, somewhere in that ballpark. So they bought it knowing what it was.
Yeah, right.
So I don't see where it was a deal where we had to split that up.
Hey, meanwhile, I can't get a scoreboard at the Lusitana Club because apparently we're not allowed to put a scoreboard on top of a roof.
Because it doesn't specify it in the ordinance.
I was going to say it. I'm like, oh, my
sorry, I
God,
took your punchline.
This is insane.
But on
like
a residential
we're
house,
talking
I
about
could
a
get a
scoreboard.
scoreboard on the top of my house.
Scoreboard on top of a concrete roof that's 8 inches thick. It's only 4 inches into it.
It was built to house bleachers.
Yeah.
That's why they built
Yeah.
it.
Well, they can't do that now, apparently.
Jesus.
I learned that.
What's
I learned that
going on
last
with
week.
that?
What if we called it a family compound and change the ordinance? Put scoreboards and bleachers on
Do it.
So
Because they want to widen that field, right? So they want to make it a regulation field. I was talking to the guys down there, and they're like, "Hey, we're trying to work with FC out of Pawtucket to actually hold practices over here, and maybe start up some clinics and shit like that." So originally,
that wouldn't bring anybody into town.
oh, it's funny, right? So it's funny. So originally, the original response was, "Well, how does this benefit the town?" Because if it benefits the town and the soccer programs, then all of a sudden, maybe we'll be able to allow it. So I went out and I figured out who actually used it in the town. And it's like, well, McCourt's using it 2 to 3 days a week. Cumberland Youth Soccer's using it 2 to 3 days a week. Mercy Mountain's using it a couple days a week. And the Lusitana Club on Sundays for the men's league is using it. So I'm like, that's a home run in my opinion.
Correct.
Nope, they automatically came back, and
what
they never even referenced that part of it, but they just said, nope, can't do it.
Do you know what
And I'm
that
like-
question usually
I'm like,
means?
oh my God. Look,
How does it help the town?
yeah.
How are we going to get a photo op out of it?
I mean, if
Yeah,
you want a
so-
fucking photo, we'll give them a photo.
Is there a ribbon hanging from it?
What's what that question
Like,
means?
it's more of a mistletoe.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if we could put a field and a scoreboard on that lower parking lot right near the town hall.
Yeah, you're right.
Rip up
Throw
that
it down there.
asphalt.
Rip up the asphalt that
Put
they're
that down.
parking on. We'll plop it right there. But I'm like, this is like mind-boggling to me. I'm like, what is the point of not
So one more question before, because we've been kind of going a little bit long here.
Yep.
What's happening with the ordinance that Pat Ford submitted?
That got defeated.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Well, we figured it was going to.
So we'll never be able to figure out what that building's costing us versus the revenue we're getting
Well,
out
you
of it?
only got looking at about 5, 6, 7 places.
I mean, honestly, all you got to do is pull the rental rates for it. So it's like, oh, we rented this thing out for $20,000 this year. Oh, that's great. It costs $190 just on the note.
Yeah.
Not even talking about the rest of the
Yeah,
expenses.
not even the girl they hired to organize the venue and the maintenance fees and the snow removal and the lawn cutting.
Oh, yeah.
So that ordinance is
HVAC,
dead.
water.
Yes, but it's a beautiful building if you listen to people online.
Well,
it's a beautiful building, though. It's a beautiful building. It's like
have friends that
do
are
you
gonna
not
have
put
a
math,
wedding there.
Like, do you not put math into it? Like, how do these people come on and just say it's a beautiful? Yeah, you know what? It is a beautiful building.
It is.
I'll agree. It's an absolute beautiful building.
But you gotta use it to be
But it doesn't
useful.
make sense. Like that's like me saying, "Hey, my budget every month is $2,000 in expenses." But you know what? I want to put a koi pond in my backyard worth $20,000. I can't afford it, but I'm going to put it there anyway. And it's like my expenses aren't going to be able to cover it.
and you're
But
gonna
I'm going to put it there anyway, though.
You're going to sell your garage to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, we didn't sell shit
No,
in order to pay for that, though.
Just your driveway.
yeah, just the
Just the
drive.
driveway. I was going to say driveway first.
That way you can't get home.
That's right.
And your mailbox, too.
I don't even have a mailbox right
That's
now.
right. All right. So, Pete, we appreciate you coming down and talking.
Yeah, this has
to
been
us.
awesome. Good time.
Yeah, it's
I
been
know
fun.
that you've got things you have to go do, and I think Brad's probably got to go.
Pete's got to make the donuts. He's got to feed the animals and then get the honeydew for.
I normally ask people where to follow them, but I don't think people know where to follow you. You're not,
honeydew.
So-
Head by honeydew.
Honeydew at 6 a.m.
Campaign headquarters, but that aside, I talk to everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody that stops me on the street, I'll talk to.
I was saying tonight to the guys, this
Which
is
I love.
This is a human. We're going to humanize
Mostly about
Pete.
hockey, but he
And they're
talks
all
anyway.
like already. Pete's already humanized. Like he is
I'm around town all day.
he is
every
the
day.
guy. From grave digger, farmer. Like you are the guy that is the everyday man.
I've done a little bit of everything, to be honest. I worked for a granite company for 10 years at night.
Yeah. So you're the everyman. You are the Joe.
Yeah, a little bit. And that's what makes me dangerous in politics.
Yeah.
I've done just enough of everything to
You
know
know-
a little bit about everything.
You know enough about
And
it.
you didn't ask for anything in the beginning when the yellow legal tablet came out.
Yeah, no, I don't want anything. I just want things done right for the town.
Well, we appreciate what you do.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you got to put if you're in local government, you should be putting the town first.
Yeah.
If you're a state official, you should be putting the state first.
Yeah.
If you're a federal official, you put the country first.
I mean,
It's simple.
that seems pretty easy, right?
It's simple. It's all simple
Sounds like math to me.
until you make it complicated.
I still can't believe there's no numbers on that shit.
Like I tell everybody, it's easy to do it right. It's a lot harder to do it wrong.
Yeah. That's not wrong.
I was going to say, apparently this state likes it the highway.
For our listeners,
Town, state.
And town. Yeah.
go to Cumberland Unfiltered at YouTube, Rumble, at Spotify,
Till they
Apple,
kick us off again.
all of the yes, Facebook. We have a new Facebook page. It's at Cumberland Unfiltered because the at Cumberland Unfiltered podcast was removed from our administration for some reason. We're still working on it, but at Cumberland Unfiltered, everywhere you go, it's at Cumberland Unfiltered. Like, share, comment, subscribe. That's a wrap.